Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to Trident Media's coverage of the Valley High School Hockey League, being brought to you from the Yarmouth Mariners Center. My name is David Doucette. With me today, Mark O'Connell. Today's game sponsored by Carl Store. Carl Store. There's a lot of stuff there, but everyone says the jerky's amazing.
Everything's there.
Everything
Everything
is there. Two locations, Tuscan and Wedgeport. That's more of a commercial than we usually give Carl Store, so good on us.
So worth it.
Today's game. So right now the Zambonis just finishing clearing the ice. They've already had their warm-up. So we got a fresh ice right away for the game. We've got the Horton Griffins versus the hometown Paramba Sharks. Mark, let's set us up for the game.
So the Sharks have been off for a month. This is their first league game since November 22nd. That's 4 weeks tomorrow. They're coming off this past weekend's Timber Cup. We saw them in the round robin play. We did 3 of their games. They went 1-2 with 5.5 points out of a possible 15. Not what they were expecting at all. They got a tough draw, but they did pretty well with Marcel Jacquard out with a broken collarbone for at least another few weeks. We're told sometime in January. Olivier and Samuel Dayon led the team in scoring for the Timber Cup with 5 points apiece. And the story of the win over Clare was Brady Newell. He got his first ever start in net and went 1-0 and shut them out with a 0.00 goals against average.
Yeah, I mean it was quite a game.
It was.
And I mean we had the place was literally packed because it was Clare versus Paramba. There were schools from all over here. There was probably at least I'm going to say 7,000 people in the stands, and it was electric. It was certainly nerve-wracking for somebody to start the first game on their high school team in that type of environment. And he certainly, there weren't a lot of shots, but there were a lot of quality shots.
And when the coaches told us this before the game, we were like, whoa, this is the debut. The building's as packed as it's ever going to be. And we spoke to the coaches later on that day when they had their second game, and we said, it looks like there was no drop-off. You've legitimately got a few goaltenders there. They just sort of smiled like, yeah, that's kind of what we thought too. But so here we are. Brady's starting again tonight.
Yeah. And over on the other side with the Horton Griffins. So Horton is in 5th place in the 10-team league of the Valley High School Hockey League. They have 4 wins and 3 losses. Last game they played was last weekend versus Avonview. They lost 8-5, but Avonview the #1 team in the league. So 8-5, a good showing. In terms of who you have to look for, who's not around, the only person is Quinn Harrison. That's not going to be there. Their starting goaltender, Jake Spidle, has a record of 3-3 with a 3.76 goals against average. In terms of players to look out for, number 8, Levi Zink, the captain, 4 goals and 3 assists. Paxton Levy, 8 goals and 6 assists. He's number 11. And Arlo Kelde, 10 goals and 12 assists. He's the assistant captain. So those are your top 3 scorers for Horton, and people that you should definitely look out for. Maybe for the Sharks, you can kind of talk about the Sharks' leaders.
Yeah, so the Sharks are pretty well-rounded. Like I said, they're losing Jacquard, which is their team leader, and he's 4th in the league in scoring. But Sawyer Christensen, number 20, Ben LeBlanc, the 2 Dayons, Olivier and Samuel. Lex D'Entremont's back after a brief outage earlier in the month, and he was raring to go last time.
Yeah, talking to the coaches, and now that they're losing somebody else, I think just doing the starting lineup now, so we'll keep going. They have played so far this year 1 period in the whole season with their complete crew, and that was the opening period of Game 1, and that's when Lex D'Entremont got checked from behind and got a concussion. And so he's back. Other people like Marcel Jacquard are off. So they're waiting to get their full lineup, and that's not going to happen until probably sometime in January.
I think at least 3 more weeks, if not a little bit more than that. I mean, I guess according to that, they're not doing too bad. They're only down 1 goalie, Doucette and Jacquard. So we've seen worse.
And they are still currently through all this. Now, they had this big lobster fishing break, so they haven't played as many games as some other teams, but they're in 2nd place with a record of 6-2. So I mean, certainly doing fine so far, but we'll see whether or not they've got a very hard weekend coming up. This is a Division I team they're playing in the Horton Griffins. Tomorrow they're coming against North Kings, and North Kings has a really good Division II team. In fact, in the last couple of years, whoever came out between Paramba and North Kings ended up winning provincial.
Yeah, this should be really good. This crowd's coming in a little bit more than we thought maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of messy out there. And if you're listening to us, or just look outside, and you'll kind of know. But yeah, it's a mess. And I know there's a couple of kids from Horton that aren't here because of the weather.
Because of the weather, travel.
We're going to take a break for the national anthem. And we're back. So Horton Griffins are going to be in the dark uniforms with the bumblebee arms, going from left to right on your screen in period 1, and then their home whites, the Farnborough Sharks, will be going from your right to left. Keys of the game, Mark. What do you think? It's going to be important for PEB to do or Horton to do, because this should be a good matchup.
Yeah, the Sharks have got tonight and tomorrow until the Christmas break, and then they're off for a few weeks. So I expect them to come out quickly. I guess they'd be considered a slight underdog here, so getting a
close game, yeah.
Getting a jump on the Griffins would be key.
And Horton has one more game too, and that's tomorrow against Parkview. So both these teams finishing off the Christmas break with a Friday-Saturday finish. And we're underway. Horton wins the face-off. Levy with it. Goes cross ice. Coming in to pick that off is Olivier Dayan. He gets his pocket pick. Back to the point there. Laundry just dumps it into the back. Derber rips it around the boards. He's looking for Levy. Levy pushes it up, held in at the point. That shot goes off of a leg. Scampering back towards LeBlanc. Good forecheck coming down there by Levy, back behind the net. Pass in front, right through the blue to the front. That's a shot. That one goes off of a leg and held in nicely by Derber, who punches it in deep. Galloway loses that. Dumped into the fray behind the net by Olivier Dayan. Good forecheck again by Horton. PEB trying to break out of their own end. Levy still on the edge. Quick shot. Nice quick save by Newell. Sharks get that up. Levy has it. Levy's going to dump it and change. He's been on the whole game, and there he goes. Coming back in is Galloway. Galloway's shot goes off of the stick of Landry. Back behind the net. Galloway with the backhand. Goal! Galloway comes back on the short side, fools goaltender Brady Newell, who thought he was going around the net, and puts it into the empty cage for an early 1-goal lead.
Brady was in the middle of the crease looking over to his right, assuming the puck was coming back around that way, but Galloway came out through, I guess it would be low his glove side, and half the cage was wide open.
Laundry got up late on that, and it looks like he's injured. We'll have to check and see when he gets back on D.
Sharks caught in a long opening shift. Griffins had 3 changes to their 1.
Ellis behind the net passes it up. That's Christensen with it. Makes a nice move through the middle. Gains some speed. Up on the near side. Just offside on the far side, number 12, Colby Dayan. That quick move right at the blue line catches you every time.
It's fine if you're first, but if it's a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-1, or there's any kind of chance of making a pass, you don't have to make the pass before the blue line, but you can't dipsy doodle before the blue line.
Face off, one to the near board, push back. Up on the far side, Horton comes away with it. Nice stick in there by Christensen. Back in neutral zone territory. Ellis with it. He gives it up. Off the boards, nobody there. Danchema was waiting for a stretch pass or changing, but he wasn't near the board. Held in at the point. That shot goes through a crowd. Knocked down by Ellis. He clears the front of the net. Ellis off the glass, bouncing puck. Held in nicely. Some room for Christensen, though, and he likes the room. Comes on the near side, waits. Back behind the nets, taking a look. Loses the puck at the side. Double teamed, but gets some help behind the net. Quick one-time shot. LeBlanc shot goes off of the stick of Arlo Kelde and never makes it to the goaltender. Cross ice, that's going to get back to the point to Goodwin. His shot through a crowd. Can't get by LeBlanc and D. LeBlanc pushes aside the player. Cross ice, over to Cameron. Cameron shot through a crowd. Goaltender lets that one sail over his head. Lex Danchema throws it towards the goaltender, and Speidel makes the save and covers it up with 17-16. Good pushback shift.
It was, yeah, and Arlo Kelde there, not satisfied with just leading the team in goals, points, and penalty minutes. Now he's blocking shots.
Face off will be to the left of Speidel. Cole Danchema tries to push it up, but as well as Levi Zink that gets it to the point. Coming around the boards. Horton gets it out. Knock it down at the blue line, chip it forward. Ellis back with it again. Ellis reverses it, gets by Dayon. Olivier Dayon. Danchema can't get it. Ellis knocked down from behind. Tomic gets a puck. There's the shot. Save, rebound. And another nice, I think the second shot didn't get through.
Yeah, did he get over and get into that or no?
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Too many bodies in front. He did make a good first save, and then laterally slid over to be in position. I'm not sure if he did make the save or not.
He looked sort of unsure of it, but, you know, like you said, maybe it didn't even make it through.
So over the last couple of shifts, it looked like the Sharks are getting back into their game. As you said, that opening shift, they were certainly hemmed in for a little longer than they would want to be.
They were chasing for the second minute of the game because they couldn't get off the ice.
Face off on the far side. Christensen going to get it back to the point. Held in by McAlpine. His shot goes off of a body and over the glass for another quick whistle. Once again, face off. It's going to be on the left side. Back to the point. McAlpine whistles one, but it's wide. Cameron keeps it in. Dumps it back into the quarter. Christensen behind the net, looking in front. Back to the point to McAlpine. McAlpine can't control it. Reverses and throws it back in. Griffins tip that one down the ice. Going to be no icing. Lucas Cameron behind his own net, reverses it to Christensen. Christensen waits for the puck, makes a nice move to avoid the forecheck. Little toe drag to get it by Rogers, and then backhands it into the empty corner.
There's some puck skills.
Unfortunately, no speed going in for the forecheck when you start doing all that.
No.
If you're going to do the dump and chase, then the chase has to be established.
Yeah, they didn't get to that.
Cameron back behind his own net. Change is being made by Horton, but it's a bad pass. Lets Horton pick that off at the blue line. Cross ice to the point. That shot goes off of a stick. Back to the point again. There's another shot that's wide and covering up at the side. Danchema did not see that happen. He was right there, and this is Nate Danchema, right there to get in front of the play, but the defenseman just went right past him.
We're not even 5 minutes into the first period, and I've got 3 defensive zone giveaways by PEB.
An uncommon thing, and is it part PEB, part forechecking? A little bit of both?
They are being pushed, yeah.
Back behind the net. Once again, great forecheck right in front. There's a shot, save, rebound. That goes wide, pass in front. LeBlanc has it. LeBlanc waits, goes off the glass. That goes off an official and into center. Skating back the other way is Caden Dayon. Caden all by himself, caught from behind, gets some help. Claire's going to have to get back. Claire. No, the other CSAP team, Paramba. Still got Timber Cup in the back of my head. De Valera with it. Long wrist shot, easily steered aside by Speidel. Back to the point. Good pinch along the far side by Théo d'Entremont. Up through the middle. Stopped at the blue line. Ellis doesn't have a lane, so rips it around. Looking for Théo d'Entremont on the other side. He chips it forward. Barnaba gets it on the second attempt. That goes right by the stick. Not going to be icing because they feel Derber could have played it. Misplay by the goaltender in front to nobody. Stretch pass. At the very least, it's not going to be icing. Pass in front. There's a one-timer. Scores! Number 22, Carter Tomek. Bang, bang, pass in front. Paramba fooled on the stretch pass. Didn't get back in numbers. Didn't see the trailer.
You can thank that goal for the icing. If you can eliminate that icing, a bad stretch pass just turns into a dump and chase. There's no harm. It doesn't matter how far he is offside because there's no icing coming back. Here he is in the corner. He's the first one to them because he's flying down there. He's flying down there to negate the icing, and he gets the puck, seconds before everybody else.
Coming back in. There's a shot. Pad saves under his pad, and he'll take the whistle.
2 goals on 6 shots. I wouldn't say Brady's hurting in any way.
Face off on the right side. Ripped around the point. Nate d'Entremont gets up to Christensen. Christensen turns on the Jets. Realizes he's not going to get by Levy. Dumps it down low. Pass in front. Oh, great defensive work in front. And I believe it is Kelday that broke that up. It is. I got to tell you, folks, those numbers on the Bumblebee arms do not do us announcers any favors.
They're not even there.
Tip forward in front, coming right back in and fire it right on net. Newell covers that up. Another whistle with 13:31. And we haven't seen him enough to know whether or not he's the type of goaltender that likes to play a puck or just would cover it up all the time.
We don't know. He had the one appearance there in the Timber Cup, and quite frankly, Claire didn't have that much pressure on him, not like Horton's doing tonight.
Yep, this is a different game. Passed up through the middle. Spinning away from the forecheck. It's coming. Can't get it in. Rogers does. Back behind the net. Cameron's going to get there first. Works it along the boards. Held in nicely again by Campbell. Holding that line very well is Horton. LeBlanc can't get it. Puts himself outside though, offside as he pushes the check forward. Got to know the line there.
I mean, he has to attack the defense to get the puck back to create the turnover, but he's, I don't know, maybe a foot or two too far.
13:03 to go in period number 1. That's one thing we were used to. It was kind of nice doing I'll admit it was nice doing those 15-minute periods for the Timber Cup.
They were shockingly quick.
But we're back to Valley High School League play, so we've got 20-minute periods again. Nice play by Ellis intercepting that. Tagging up our PEB. McDonald back. Goes along the far side looking for Schofield. Schofield loses it. Coming right back. There's a shot. Oh, rebound. Another save. First save, not so much, but the second save by Speidel, a great save from point-blank range.
Strange rebound given up by Speidel. It was off the stick, but it somehow popped up and over, and great recovery. Yeah, he's going to get two saves for that.
Back to the point. Got to say, I'm loving our little bug there, our little spinner that's coming in for the replays.
Yeah, it's been an update.
That's in front. That's going to get knocked into center by the Griffins. McAlpine just dumps it right back down. McDonald leaves it for Derber. Derber with a quick pass, chip towards the middle to Marshall. He loses it. Some neutral zone play. We can talk about something else when that happens.
Yeah, I find that once Parambach gets possession of the puck, they're moving it fine. They can't seem to get it, especially the defensive one. They're struggling.
The opportunity. There's a shot. Nice blocker save. Nate d'Entremont fired that one, going for the far side. Getting one of those left-handed goaltenders again.
Oh, boy. They're weird.
McAlpine up along the boards. That's picked off by Kelday. Kelday circles through the middle. Chipping it forward to Christensen. Christensen stops, looks, gets pinned against the wall, gets double-team pinned. In comes Colby Dayan, back to the point it goes. Stretch pass. That's going to be offside.
We're
going to see where that one is. Go ahead, Mark.
The last time we did a game with a southpaw goalie, we had a number of easy glove saves, and we wondered with how much of that is just muscle memory, like, I'm not going to look, I'm not going to shoot, I know where I go, this is where I go, high stick, it's open all the time, and he just goes, oops, sorry.
I'm just going to catch that.
Sorry about your luck.
De Valère gets the face-off back to the point. Caden Dayan back in front, redirected. LeBlanc's going to chase that down. He's got the puck now. Looking in front, slides it towards the goaltender. There's a shot, blocker save. Trying to go upstairs, it just wasn't quite high enough.
Oh, Spidle's a big boy. He covers a lot on that, even when he's on his knees.
No icy. Landry pinned against the boards by Tomic. Paramba comes out with it, and they'll clear the puck to center. Campbell. Levy with the pass just out of reach of Zink. Zink chases it down. Pass in front, looking for the trailer again. De Valère's pass gets picked off. Dayan gets it up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc's got some room, goes cross ice. That's Lex D'Entremont with it in the corner. D'Entremont hit against the boards, and it was this team in game number 1 of the season that D'Entremont got checked from behind and was lost to a concussion for a while.
It was over a month.
I don't think he was back until the Timber Cup, or maybe the game before the Timber Cup.
The game before it. Puck into the Griffins bench.
We're about halfway through period number 1, 10:18 to go. Shots on net, 8-7 in favor of Paramba. But the scoreboard is what matters, and the Horton Griffins are up 2-0.
They're making Spidle work recently, last couple of minutes.
Yes. Getting used to the speed. Division I teams tend to be on you a little quicker. We certainly have seen that with this Horton team. We expected this would not be an easy game for them. The coaches basically thought, as if they had a full team this year, that this weekend was going to be a big weekend, because you had both Horton and then Northeast Kings coming out, and that would be a bellwether as to how good their season was going to be.
You certainly don't want to be 0-2 this weekend.
That pass goes by. Horton was making changes at the defensive end. They'll go back to their own end. Holden coming with it. Indirect pass, tipped forward by Galloway. McAlpine in his own end. Stretch pass, skips over the stick to Samuel Dayan. And that'll be an icing with 9.5 minutes to go in period number 1.
I feel like that just missed Dayan. I'm surprised they didn't wave that off. It's not like he didn't put in the effort. It just sort of bounced over his stick.
They would have waved it off defensively.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But offensively, no, you didn't touch it.
I guess, yeah.
So we're not going to reward you for missing.
You can go down and chase it and get the puck over again.
Face off on the far side. Christensen loses it. There's a shot. Glove save, Newell.
Might have been going wide. It's hard to say. Gives the Sharks time to get change up there.
Same spot. Jumping into the face-off circle is Paramba. Nice pass through the middle to D'Entremont. D'Entremont makes that extra move at the blue line. I'm tell you, that was awful close.
They could have called that
to be an offside on the far side.
Yep.
Pass out. There's a quick shot. That one goes wide. On the other side, that's Colby Dayan chasing it down. He's going to get to the point to Ellis. Ellis just fires it in deep. Right back to the point. Ellis picks it up. That shot off of a stick into the mesh. Face-off will remain inside the Griffin zone.
Quite a bit of back and forth. Like both teams are pulling out the transition game. Takes a bit of work to get control of the puck in your own zone. Griffins are strong on the puck, but the Sharks have wheels.
That was late.
What happened there? Legal face-off?
I'm thinking something like that. It's just, it was a late blow for it.
Yeah.
I think, anyway. Face off, one back to the net. Far side, that's Kelday. Kelday, nice pass up the far wing. That shot goes off of the skate into the near corner. Not getting there first. You got to win those battles. You got to get into those corners and do the dirty work. you back off, and the Horton Griffins will establish a forecheck that can be dominating.
Sometimes it looks like there's 4 forwards out there.
That shot whistles wide. Nobody at the point as Paramba was making changes. Ewan Galloway has his stick lifted from behind. PEB back in their own end. Christensen spins away from one forecheck, uses the boards to get away from number 2. He's got 2 players up. Nice stick in there by Paxton Levy to break that play up. Christensen hit and getting up slowly.
Levy as well. They're both going to the bench. I think Christensen got the worst of it.
And it looks like Christensen might be going to
He's heading off
the dressing room. He is indeed. Now, have we seen, who were we looking for? Was it Laundry? Have we seen him come back since? Kind of looking at that too. Our Paramba becoming the walking wounded here in period number 1.
I don't
recall calling the name.
I don't think Carl Laundry's back.
Face off. Back to the point. On the near side to Schofield. No shooting lane, so he dumps it in deep looking for Zink. Zink passes in front. That one-timer not there. Unable to chip that out, though, was Lex Donchemont. They're pinned back in. Cross-ice pass going to the front of the net was Tomic, looking for goal number 2. He found a nice spot there, but the puck could not get through. Tomic's lead pass. That's going to get by everybody. Nope, they say they could have played that at center ice. PEB keeps the puck moving along. Not played well. There's a shot. Nice save by Newell. Got to get that pass along the boards. It's so important that you don't just knock that back into center ice. You've got to control it, and even if you have to eat it and absorb the check, it's better than redeflecting it to the middle of the ice.
Even dumping it, 50 or 60 feet into the neutral zone is better than giving it right up in front. I mean, Brady was on point there in position, but he was fine.
Calday and Donchemont, pair of 16s, and Calday gets it. Point to point, that cross-ice pass goes off a Deon's stick. That shot goes off of a leg and harmlessly wide. Calday in the corner looking to pass in front. Bouncing puck. Rebound. They're looking for it. Turnaround. Can't get the shot. Another attempt. That one goes off, but Calpine skates. Calpine chases down the puck but can't find it. Back in front. That's Ellis with it now. Ellis hard along the boards. And unable to keep that puck moving was Olivier Deon. Coming back the other way is Calday. Calday hammered. And covering the puck up is Brady Newell for a whistle with 6:46 to go.
Calday stood right up by Miles Ellis. No harm, no foul, no complaints. Haven't heard anybody cry wolf to the official for anything.
There's Laundry out. So they're smart right now. They have somebody else knowing that it's a centerman. They have somebody else in the face-off to take it, and then your late coming centerman might be able to take their place.
Are you saying they're tanking the initial face-off?
Well, they did because it didn't work.
Yeah.
But, but I'm saying as a strategy,
sure,
they might have been able to. Horton, nice pass up the middle to Zink. Zink chips it forward. Deon back in his own end. Makes a move. Gives it up to Caden Deon. Up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc, nice strong on the puck there. Skates in. Gets in. Oh, I'm not going to say I agree with that one. I understood where it looked like it, but it looked like the puck was in. He has a better view than we do.
One last little move by Ben. Yeah. It was close enough to call it either way, I guess. Like I said, we're not down the line.
They're looking down the line.
Sure.
Face off. There's a long shot. That goes wide. Caden Deon a little bit from on that since it was about 10 feet outside the blue line.
And a wrist shot, I think. You just let it fly.
Held in. Donchemont getting it to LeBlanc. LeBlanc can't settle it down. Chip forward. That one's going to go long, but once again, the hybrid icing calls it off. Bit of a loss of an edge there, more so than the check. PEB's going to pick up the puck. Off the boards, looking for LeBlanc. Linesman says that Horton could have played that. Holden coming behind his own net. That pass goes off the skate, McLean, and he'll try again. On the near side to Derber. Derber off the boards. That's going to be held in. Nice check at the blue line by Cameron. Pinching way in. Trying to get back to it. Penalty, though, and first penalty of the game. Head contact. Is it a 2? Is it a 4? Christensen back on the ice. That's good news for the Paramba Sharks.
It looked inadvertent, but that doesn't mean it won't be 4.
It's number 5, Teo D'Entremont.
Just 2.
Face off on the right side. A chance here in the last quarter of period number 1. Oh, nice deflection in front. And honestly, I'm not sure if that was Ellis or if it was the captain, Levi Zink, that got to that puck.
I think it was Zink. He wasn't at the top of the crease. He was in the crease. He was like on top of the goalie. Sharks can't allow that. That's a big guy in front of your goalie.
Face-off scrum. Still scrumming. Paramba finally comes away with it. Lots of room. And can't get it down the ice. You've got to find a better shooting lane than that at your own blue line. As it turns out, it doesn't really matter because backing up and starting again is McLean. McLean through the middle, dumps it to the far side. McAlpine's going to get there first. He's protecting himself going in, trying to drag on that, lag on that puck and make everyone dig it out, killing valuable seconds on the penalty kill. Referee saying, yeah, get it out of there. They do pass in front. Oh, the one-timer misses, and all by himself, pass back to the point, and just out of the reach. Jacob Derber, no, it's not Derber, it's McLean. McLean saying, give me that one again, please.
Boy, what a chance that was. Wide open one-timer, complete whiff.
McLean back into his own end, being chased down nicely. Cole D'Entremont. Good PK there, good force. Then it's Devalere doing the same thing to Calday. Calday's got some room now up through the neutral zone. Carries the blue line, makes a nice move to the middle. Hack back to Tomic. Tomic drops it off. Beautiful pass, good weight on that to Derber. Back behind the net. Marshall looks in front. Oh, backhand. Just couldn't get a hold of that puck. Back in front. Paramba finds it, swipes it, and gets it down the ice, and a good play by Nate D'Entremont.
That Chef Zink got nowhere near Newell because McAlpine said, that's not happening here.
Got to learn from the first one.
Yep.
And they literally got away with it because they were that close to being, the beautiful deflection from just outside the blue from low to high. If goaltender's never going to go.
If that puck went in, it wouldn't have been blown off. He was standing on top of the goalie.
You know what? But if the goalie isn't encroaching on you.
And he was back in his net. He could come out and make a collision and go, oh, hey, look.
And then it's obvious for the official. But if you're not going to invite it, if you're not going to get to the top, then.
You back up into your own net. I guess it's your loss.
There's a quick shot. Goal! Caden Dayon, number 14, his third goal of the regular season of the Valley High School Hockey League. Gets the Paramba Sharks on the board with 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go.
That changes everything, right? 2-1. Carl Story replay. Oh, look at that. Top of the slot lets it go. One-timer.
Yeah. You got to like those shots from the hash marks when you're coming in as a defense.
Again, low glove because it's his glove side.
See what kind of momentum shift that causes. It should be helpful. Kill a penalty, get a goal right after the penalty. Now what you don't want to do is give up something.
Final 3 minutes.
Good forechecking. Pass in front, backhand, and cover it up by Newell. It's a trio a day, huh?
Yeah, well, that's usually what the score sheet says.
There are a few on the team. West Pubnico well represented on the Paramba Sharks.
Absolutely.
And I'm not positive that every day on D'Entremont is from West Pubnico.
That's a good guess.
But they originate there.
Right.
Somebody might have moved, but they started there. Puck in the Sharks' territory. Skating out with it, it's Colby Dayan. Gains some room, 1-on-3, cuts to the middle. There's a shot, big rebound. Well-positioned big rebound, though. steering that nice low shot, steering it over to the corner.
Yeah, Spinal's really comfortable. He looks like he's totally in control of what he's doing, but he's giving up some pretty big rebounds.
Skating out of his own end is coming. Lead pass off of a stick, backing it up. Good work in there by Kelday again. Kelday all over the ice when he's on. That pass, a little behind. Zink with it, behind the net. His pass knocked down. Back to the point. Spun around, but that's well read by Paramba. Skating under their own end. Trying to go through everyone's day on. Couldn't pull through the check, though.
I was waiting for an elbow to the head call.
So was I. It looked very close. Sharks need to tag up. They do. Back behind his own net. Levi Zink with it. Zink. Fans on the pass. Back to the point. McAlpine nowhere near. Just waits and fires it back into Spidel. 85 seconds to go in period number 1. That one's going to be chipped in deep. McAlpine in there. Rips it around the boards. McAlpine's got some skating room. Got LeBlanc ahead of him. Skates it up. McAlpine's going to go for it. LeBlanc's going to go to the front. Stick down. McAlpine can't get the pass to him. Horton breaks out of their end quickly. LeBlanc. Cross ice. Devilaire. We got a delayed penalty coming up against Horton. Devilaire all by himself chips it, and that's going to be a penalty with 47.5 seconds. Cross-checking.
Trailing official caught, who's that? Paxton Levy. Yep.
Not sure where it happened. Like you said, it was behind the play. You do not like taking O-zone penalties.
No.
And this one's going to carry over potentially.
A penalty in the attacking zone never prevents a goal. You're just preventing your own goal.
So 47.5 seconds to see if they can tie the game here. Bad play of the boards. Skating back hard's McAlpine. Instead, we got a breakaway. There's a shot off of the stick. Rebound on the other side. There's a shot. That one goes off the stick. Alistair McLean with a great opportunity and oh so close to putting that in as PEB very sloppy at the blue line.
Just got the end of the stick there. Brady just got the end of the stick on it.
Double team, nobody in there helping him. Finally, he gets some assistance. PEB comes up with it. 14 seconds. Cross ice in front, and that's going to get to the point. They on with it. His shot goes off of a leg. Into the corner. Getting there first is Campbell. Campbell looking to just cover this up. And with 1 second to go, that's going to be it. Linesmen get in there quickly. They don't want any penalties at the end of the period. Neither team does, especially the Sharks, as they're going to carry forward 1 minute and 13 seconds into period number 2.
It's the perfect opportunity, right? You got a minute on the one period, at the end of the one period, to have your number one line out there, and then you can start with fresh ice and get the same guys back out there again. Now, there will be people that'll say, well, we have our best penalty killers doing the same thing, which is true.
And their best penalty killers created the only scoring chance in that power play with a breakaway.
What a chance it was.
Scoring recap in period 1, Mark.
It's 2-1, Horton, Galloway, and Tomek. And which Dayon was it? Caden Dayon for PEB.
We'd like to thank everyone for watching Trident Media's coverage of the Valley High School Hockey League. Coming to you from the Yarmouth Mariner Center while the Zamboni cleans the ice. Mark and I will take a big break, and we'll say a big thank you as well to Carl Storr, the official team sponsor year-round for Trident Media's coverage of the Paramba Sharks. We'll be back for the start of period number 2. Bye for now.
ça va timer right ici, ça c'est notre rap. J'emmène la région sur la map. Parlons bas ou parlons haut, congrès mondial, let's go. 2024, j'emmène la région sur la map. De 10 au 18, ça va timer right ici, ça c'est notre rap. J'emmène la région sur la map. Les Acadiens 17, nous autres TV. Congrès mondial acadien, vous êtes les bienvenus. Premier village acadien, DNA test. Vous écoutez le sound du sud-ouest. Notre parlement y est really différent. Nos accents régionaux remplis de vieux mots mixés avec l'anglais. Chant des néo-écossais, les premiers acadiens. Toujours de ces français. Congrès mondial acadien, donne-moi deux. Drop le beat, ça va time chez nous. Parlons bas ou parlons haut, congrès mondial, let's go. 2024, j'emmène la région sur la map. De 10 au 18, ça va time right ici, ça c'est notre rap. J'emmène la région sur la map. Parlons bas ou parlons haut, congrès mondial, let's go. 2024, j'emmène la région sur la map. De 10 au 18, ça va time right ici, ça c'est notre rap. J'emmène la région sur la map. Les Acadiens du Sud-Ouest, the best. 400 ans d'histoire, j'avais raison d'être fier. Huge rassemblement, moi tous les 5 ans. Célébrant notre fête, c'est pour notre friggin' bait. Acadie, c'est point de place, c'est plus une façon de vivre. Si tu veux qu'on se déplace, quand la pointe à l'oc ici, on nous a déportés de force et divisé nos familles au champ venu. Right back, y'a mon point réussi. Congrès mondial acadien, donne-moi deux. Drop le beat, ça va time chez nous. Parlons bas ou parlons haut, congrès mondial, let's go. 2024, j'emmène la région sur la map. De 10 au 18, ça va time right ici, ça c'est notre rap. J'emmène la région sur la map. Parlons bas ou parlons haut, congrès mondial, let's go. 2024, j'emmène la région sur la map. De 10 au 18, ça va time right ici, ça c'est notre rap. J'emmène la région sur la map.
Look, if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it? Just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, loud. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter, he's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this mobile home, that's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't.
Welcome back for the second period of play. Your Paramba Sharks.
Welcome back, hockey fans. Period number 2 starting with the Paramba Sharks with a 1 minute and 13-second power play. We've changed ends, long shifts, long change end in period number 2. Both teams had to be leery of that. I would say based on period 1, I would say Paramba would have to be more leery of that than the Horton Griffins because they were the ones pinned into their end a little bit more than Horton.
They weren't changing as often, and that's probably why they didn't get a chance to as often. But they've got a minute 12 to go with the 5-on-4.
Coming. Fires the puck down. McAlpine has it and rips it around the boards. Ellis stops, gets it back to McAlpine. Dayon through the middle. Ellis is going to chip that one in and chase it down. Nobody covering his point position. McAlpine inching in as well. Pass in front and not seeing it in time on the far side was number 18, Olivier Dayon. Would have been hard to get his stick behind him that quickly, but he was in the right position. Pass just didn't connect.
Yeah, it was just a little bit off.
Olivier Dayon behind his own net. Wheels by 1 and 2. Comes to the far side, pushes it through, still has it. Can't get the pass across though. Gets some help behind the net, double teamed. Back to Ellis, he's gonna have to chase it down. He thought he had more pressure on him than he did, and he just fires it in. PEB still on it, 11 seconds left in the power play, and that's gonna get out to center and effectually clear up the, or kill off the power play. In comes McAlpine. McAlpine passes it back. Christensen loses it. Backhand pass off of a skate. Well held in there, though, by Colby Dayon. He's got room. There's a shot that whistles high.
Wow, what a shot.
And a lot on that one. Ellis trying to get it back to Christensen. Instead, Caden Dayon will pick it up behind his own net. Plays it off the net. Falls on one knee. Back behind. Once again, good forechecking. Off the boards. That one's going to be chipped high and into the mesh. I couldn't see it.
Boy, as soon as the Griffins got out of the box, they went into full attack mode. Forechecking left and right. The Sharks almost stumbled behind their own net twice in the same shift.
And that happened in the early moments of period number one, and the Sharks have to be ready for that speed at the beginning of the period. They've got to be patient. They've got to put the puck in a good spot.
Yeah, they weathered the storm fine, and what the transition game, they ended up attacking well, and they put Speidel on his heels quite a bit.
In comes Christensen, 2-on-1. There's a shot, goal! Number 20, Sawyer Christensen, with his 6th goal of the season, rifles the shot low to the glove side. That's 2 in a row.
Over the pad, under the glove, just perfect. Here's your Carl Store replay. Comes in on the off wing, gets the face-off dot. Oh, look at that. He was in the right position, just missed it.
And I'm going to bring it back to Christensen, making a nice move along the boards right in front of us here. It looked like he was going to get pinned against the boards and got the puck and was able to continue with the puck. And it went from what could have been a good rush the other way for Horton to a 2-on-1, where Christensen didn't look like he was looking at pass. Well, the pass was being taken away, right?
Sawyer's got some wheels. Oh. And just as we congratulate him for his playmaking ability, interference for you, Sawyer.
Like to see that one again because I missed it.
Yeah, me too.
If you can find it. It had to have been somewhere between, I think, the blue line.
It was immediately after the face-off, no?
Yeah. Usually you don't see a lot of interference calls called there. Great opportunity early in the period for Horton to reestablish a lead. McLean, face-off, back to the point. There's a shot, save, rebound, hammer down, goal! 6 seconds into the power play, and the Horton Griffins knock that puck down, bouncing puck after the first save, and it looks like it's number 8, Levi Zink.
Brady Newell made the first stop, popped up into the air. It was sort of floating up there. Ellis took a whack at it, missed it. And Zink again, he's everywhere. Here's the replay here. First shot from the point.
One miss,
yeah,
and then coming in.
Ellis took a whack at it. Brady Newell took a whack at it, and Zink finished it off. He's around the net all the time.
Referees are having a discussion about something. I'm not sure what it would be. It certainly wasn't a high stick.
Couldn't have been a high stick unless there's
didn't look like goaltender interference. Do you have that overhead view while they're talking, guys? I'm just curious if there's anything we can see.
Well,
I meant at the goal, although that's a nice overhead as well.
Yeah, they are discussing something with the Sharks coaches.
So, there was a discussion with the Sharks coach,
And now
the timekeeper,
yep,
the Griffins coach, and we're unsure what it is.
Timekeeper's got it at 3-2.
Back into the Griffin zone. So a power play goal early in the period from a behind-the-scenes check. PEB looking for it, back to the point. There's a shot. That one goes off a body. Teo Donchma fires it towards the net, and it's finally cleared away nicely by Captain Levi Zink.
Little pep and Peb step here. Yeah, here's.
So this is the.
Oh yeah, this is the chance here with Lex Dontremont.
And that puck just out of his reach. Face off on the near side. Trying to get back to the point. Dayon can't get that through. He's going to have to get back. Odd man rush the other way. Galloway with it. He's got Zink in front. Galloway with the move, passes it. There's a save as Newell hugs the post. Chipped up through center ice, just in front of Olivier Dayon. Chasing it down the ice is Holden Cumming. Coming on the near side to Rogers. Rogers and the linesman collide. Coming back the other way. Good work out there, out skating by McLean to take away the icing. Keep the forecheck going, held in. Good active stick there, right up the line by Cole Donchema. Gets the puck back to center ice. McLean punches through the defense, comes in, there's a shot. Ripped around, it was a nice first save by Newell, and an even better rebound control.
It really was, yeah, he pushed it out of the way properly.
Back into the corner, good forecheck by PEB. Pass in front, looking for it, backhanded, forehand, glove save. Nice forehand to backhand move there. Great stick work there by Christensen, who's looking to get it back after taking the penalty that caused the go-ahead goal for Horton.
Samuel Dayon absolutely dumped in front of the net. The official was looking right at it, let it go.
Christensen again. Christensen backhands it into the corner. Back up to Christensen. Wide side, one-timer, pad save, rebound. Digging at it, right to the goaltender. Spidel finds it. Spidel covers it up.
Nate Doncherman right up to him. Big rebound.
Take this opportunity for a shout out to Edmonton, Alberta, Rob Marcinet. Rob's watching Carl Laundry, number 3. Thanks for joining us. And if you're wondering who gave us that information, I was sworn to secrecy. But I know you know who it is. Face off, back to the point, one-timer, nice save, Spidel. Campbell, back in his own end, gets it up the boards to Galloway, he loses it. That one goes off a leg, 2-on-1 opportunity, chip forward. Great play by McAlpine to knock that one down right off the shaft.
Forced the offside too, because the left winger was breaking in thinking, I'm all alone, I'm all set. The only way he stops this is with the shaft of the stick, and he did.
And we talk a lot about taking away time and space, and that's exactly what he did there. The force, forcing the winger to get rid of the puck quicker than maybe the winger wanted to.
Yeah, he didn't get time to make a perfect pass, and look what happened. He disrupted the whole play.
Coming back the other way is Levi. Levi with a backhand pass, there's a shot. Good back check in there by Cameron to break that play up. Side of the net, and Newell will cover it up again with 15:15 to go.
If we get a replay of that, that was Galloway's goal from the first period. It was a wraparound, but he fanned on it. Newell was on the wrong side of the post again, and that his glove side was wide open, and the Griffins blew it. Boy, that looked eerily similar.
Face off. It's going to come right back to Newell.
Here we go. So now watch him he's on the right post and he's waiting. The wraparound comes around and he fans on it. He was not there in time. Griffins with 2 players behind the goal line.
Shot through a crowd. Newell able to pick that out through the trees.
It's usually a no-no in forechecking to take 2 guys completely back behind the goal line and behind the net, but I guess it depends on how quickly you can get back to it and what the other team's going to look to do with that advantage.
Back to the Cummings shot. Redirect in front. Right on top of the goaltender again is Levi Zink. Chip forward, McAlpine. Gets it out to center. Cumming. Fires it to the blue line. Back and forth we go. Donchermont, Cumming, Donchermont. Develaire pokes it forward. I think Donchermont was offside. He was. He tags up. Gives the Griffins ample opportunity to bring it out of their own end, and that's what Cumming does. Back pass. Nice stick work there by PEB. They're going to go. That goes off of a skate, so there's going to be no icing there. Well, there shouldn't have been. That went right off of the skate, but the linesman did not see it. Surprised he didn't get help from here, from the the trailing linesman, lead linesman. Yeah, it was a missed call. He missed it. It happens.
Yeah. We've seen much more than that get called.
True. Unfortunately, what that happens for the Sharks in this case, in a long change, is they can't get the change. Nice save, rebound, another save, back to the point, held in. That shot goes off of a leg and wide. Back the other way. Nice move. That's Kelday again. Kelday passes in front. There's a shot. And this time, Newell covers it up, and that allows his team to make a change.
Kelday leads the Griffins in almost everything. He really strong on the puck. He takes draws. Power play, penalty kill, leads the team in penalty minutes, everything.
Big body, too, so when he's along the boards, very good at protecting the puck.
Really is. And when he's in front of the net, waiting for the pass, it's hard to move.
Coming back the other way. Sharks get the puck. Drawing it edge. There's a saucer pass, and they could not get it. Spidel covers it down. Dayon goes after the puck. It was before the whistle. That will draw a crowd, and there it is.
Yeah. The initial play.
And they want Spidel out of there. They really don't want Spidel to take a penalty.
The initial play was Samuel to Olivier, I think. It's a nice saucer pass.
Yeah, but by the time it got there, too close to the goal.
Too close to the goal.
He waited and waited and waited so it was a saucer just over the stick and not over the body.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to make an example, or is this all just going to be an offsetting bit of fun?
So we're getting Samuel.
We got
Dayon.
Tomic and Samuel. I don't see anything else going on board. I don't see anyone else going in. So some offsetting roughing penalties, back to 5-on-5 hockey. Face off on the right side. One clean lead by the Griffins around the corner. Unable to find that puck though. Almost held in. Skating hard to get back into the play is Théo D'Entremont. Up along the far side to Landry. Landry rips it around, looking for D'Entremont. Théo D'Entremont pinned against the boards. Gets some help. Both teams still fighting for it. To the blue line, but not out. Finally out on the far side. PEB with some numbers. Can't get that one by the legs. Get at the far post. Redirect in front. There's a shot. Big pad save. Goal! As it, I think, it ricocheted in between the goaltender's pads. Because initially it certainly looked like he made the save on Olivier Dayon. But Dayon with his 9th goal of the season.
He definitely made the save. I thought maybe as he spun around to look, he kicked it in.
Here's the overhead. If you got the overhead for the replay, it'd be great for when the puck goes in.
Either he made the save or it got past him, like you said, hit the post, came back off him.
Because it really looked like the first save happened, and I'm wondering whether or not it was just like a pinball between pads. Coming right back in, there's a shot. Covering it up, is Newell. Back to a 3-3 game with 13:10 to go. Shots on net, 27-20 in favor of Horton. But we're all knotted up at 3 apiece. Face off on the near side. McAlpine has it. Rips it around the far side to D'Entremont. He chips it forward. That'll get to center ice. Cumming skates up, has his puck stick, his stick lifted from behind by Christensen. Christensen has some wheels.
And no stick.
At this point, I'd go to the bench or I'd get that stick because you're not going to be very helpful right now.
You just proved your point.
Coming back the other way is McLean. McLean passes it up. There's a shot. Goal! McLean picks the inside of the post. Beautiful sniper shot by Alistair McLean of the Horton Griffins, and here's the replay.
Oh, great shot. Low glove corner.
So Horton reestablishes that 1-goal lead as we go back and forth. That one's chipped up just underneath the girders. We had a good view of that one. Held in nicely by D'Entremont. D'Entremont comes in, he's got players in front, and hits his own player with the shot, De Valère. Back behind their own net, Griffins have it. Lead pass onto the stick of Rogers. He chips it forward. Backed up by Zink. Zink gains the line, but he's muscled out of the play by LeBlanc. LeBlanc with the puck. protects it, gets it to the point, but not out. And that one goes into the Griffin bench for a whistle with 12:02 to go.
Goals are coming fast and furious. 4 of them in just over 8 minutes.
Both teams making changes, getting reset in the Shark zone. Face off, be to the left of Brady Newell. Pinch forward, good opportunity, there's a shot, and that one sails up high. I'm not sure if it went off Newell or the post, but it certainly took a big ricochet afterwards. Right on net. Not going to be a offside or an icing. Pass in front. Going to get to the point. There's a shot. That goes off. There's another shot that goes to the side of the net that doesn't make it through. Olivier Dayan spins away from the forecheck. Getting some help from Théo D'Entremont, but he loses it. There's a one-time slap shot. Big one by McDonald, but it went off a shin. Back to the point. Campbell waits for it, settles it, shoots it. Easy glove save by Newell. 11-17 now. Newell, I'm just going to say this based on the age of these kids, 16, 17. First name Brady. Think there was a Patriots fan in the family? Just throwing it out there. Could be a family name. I could be wrong.
Are there Patriots fans in the area?
There are a few.
Are we New England East here?
Face off, kick back to the point. Pinch forward. PEB there trying to get it out. Good work along the point, hold it in. Come to the Griffins. Nice move. Stepping on the skip. There's the backhand to them. Nope. Looked like they were looking for potentially the wraparound. That one's going to get up into the mesh.
You don't think people are naming their babies Gronk, do you?
Only the big fan. Only if you're a true fan, Mark.
What if you name your kid Gronk and he's like not 6'8"?
I'm not going there.
This is my little son Gronk.
Yes, I was a Patriots fan. Face off, push forward. There's a shot off of a leg. Rebound steered aside nicely by PEB. Into the corner, Nate D'Entremont. Reverses back to his net. He loses his edge, but takes down the Horton player at the same time. Back to the point, held in again by Cumming. McAlpine loses it. That's Galloway. Galloway's pass off the end of his stick, but getting there first is McLean. McLean fights through one check, gets by another, can't get by Ellis. Coming back the other way is Christensen. Christensen's got some room, skates, gains the blue line, cross pass just as they're making changes. Then I had to look to see whether or not who was coming on and who was coming off. Stretch pass, but that was a change being made as well, and that's going to be an icing. The defenseman not knowing that Ewan Galloway was going in for a change. Galloway not looking back for the pass at all, just slowly making it to his own bench.
That is exactly the type of stretch pass, icing, negated play that they do all the time. In that case, he was burnt. He was going to the bench.
We're about the midway point of the game, 10:07 to go in our second period. I'd like to thank everyone for joining Trident Media's coverage. Game being brought to you by Carl Storr. Back to the point, held in momentarily by Cameron. 2-on-1 coming the other way, that's McLean. McLean, there's a shot. That one sails wide and it's going to clear out of the zone. You do a sharp ankle shot like that and don't hit the net, it rips around the boards. It's just like a clearing pass.
Yeah, it's gone by then.
PEB trying to get back in. They would have been offside had they gone in. Breaking back in now. Cutting through the middles, Kelday. There's a shot. That one just sails wide. Kelday going for the short side, and I think he had some net to work with.
He tried to wait Brady out, and I think he had the net.
Knockdown, De Valère. Goodwin tries to keep it going. Goodwin looking for it. Can't hold on, and the puck gets back into the Sharks' blue line. Nice play by Cameron. Makes a move, lifts the stick, quick shot, easy save by Speidel. D'Entremont in the corner, Lex D'Entremont. Can't poke it through, free. Cameron pinches, gets some help. Great work along the boards by Levi Zink. Gets the pass up to Levy. but Levy with a big move, but couldn't get it through the D.
Either the puck was getting around the D or the player was, but they both weren't.
Sharks just getting that to the neutral zone. They need a change. 2 out of 3 making changes. That's going to be chipped in. Ellis has 3 people coming down on him. Works the puck along the boards. Cameron chips at it to get it to center. Rolls off of the check, and he certainly did not take the worst of that effort. Stretch pass. No icing. There's a one-timer. Shot along the far side. No, I thought for sure the wraparound.
I think he had a chance at it. Was that Samuel again? Oh, he had a chance.
It was Olivier. Olivier behind the net by himself. Passes out. Oh, and that goes off the stick. Ellis, that goes up in front. Samuel D'Entremont pinned. That one stung.
Big hit.
And he goes to the bench. Ellis, chased down nicely by Marshall. Good forechecking by Marshall for the Griffins. Up along the boards, chipped up and out. Continues to follow the check is McAlpine. Breaking back the other way. Dropping the puck up. A move. Lost. D'Entremont comes away with it. D'Entremont to the middle. That's going to be offside. Yep, once again, that move just outside the blue line. Good shift, though. And back and forth, and a little bit of body being laid out by both teams.
Yeah, good goaltending on both sides. Shots on net. Some big scoring chances as well, not just some fluffy shots from the outside.
Face off outside the blue line, won by the Griffins. That pass goes off of a stick, but the Griffins will pick it up. Tomic in his own end, nice pass up through the middle. But triple team by the Sharks. Back in his own end is Cumming, goes cross ice. Off the boards, off of a stick and knocked down nicely by McLean. He's caught from behind by Christensen. Christensen stick handles himself off of the puck for a second. He's chased into his own corner. 4 players there, dug out nicely by the Griffins. Stick lift by D'Entremont, he can't move it. Back to the far side. Griffins get to that puck first. Turning is Tomic. Slides it over to McLean. McLean with the shot off of a leg into the girders. Face off.
Cameron blocked that up into the roof?
I believe so.
Rough stuff's picking up a little bit. Not crazy, but a lot of guys finishing checks. McAlpine, last shift. And I'm glad that wasn't called. He was bigger than the guy hit. Didn't get any head contact out of it. There's nothing wrong with finishing your check cleanly.
Puck down, coming up to play to Speidel. Speidel plays it cross ice. Nice play, though. Right on Roger's stick. He's going to chase down his pass. He'll fire it off the boards and pin the Sharks back in their own end. There's McAlpine again. McAlpine stops, reverses it around. Looking for D'Entremont. D'Entremont chips it out, makes a nice play to LeBlanc, but LeBlanc 1-on-3. Gets back onside. D'Entremont checked at the line, still has it. Quick shot off of a leg. LeBlanc has it. He's got some room. Fires the shot, scores! LeBlanc loses his stick on the shot, but picks the far corner to tie the game up 4-4.
Big Ben has got some strength, huh? He can fire that puck. It's a wrist shot from the top of the circle.
Finding that sweet zone just over top of the pad.
Yeah.
That time it was over the pad below the blocker,
yeah.
And I just saw the goaltender doing the shrug. It's like, how did I miss it?
What do you want me to do? I'm in the right position. Here I am.
6:06 to go, and we're all knotted up again at 4 apiece. That pass picked off nicely by Cameron. Cameron breaks in. He's got Dayon cutting through the middle. There's the pass off the side of the net. Dayon's going to chase that one down in the corner. That's Samuel Dayon. A whole lineup of players in the corner. PEB has it momentarily, but the Griffins do come away with it. Cross ice pass on the near side. Levy comes in. He loses an edge. Griffins get it. Back of the net. Unable to cover that up in time was Newell, and we've got the net way off. That one wasn't just a gentle push.
Just double checking my stats. We're 4-4, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at the clock. It's saying 4-3, and they
Yeah.
just haven't put it up there yet.
Yep. 2 Deons, a Christensen, and a LeBlanc.
There we go. You do start to question yourself, though, don't you? I know I do.
Well, I mean, it's a big screen. It must be right.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to make an error, it's me.
How can tech be wrong?
Sure.
Face off on the far side in the Shark zone. One cleanly back. Ripped around the boards. That's going to go all the way down. They said we're going to do it all again. Oh, no, it's not. That obviously hit enough of the boards. Good weight on that one.
I thought that was gone.
Nate D'Entremont on the forecheck. Griffins on the near side. Get it to center. McAlpine is going to fire it right back in. That goes off of the defenseman, Levi Zink, and that surprised the goaltender.
Now, I don't think the Sharks had tagged up yet, so I don't know that it counts, but wow.
We've got a head contact penalty coming against the Griffins.
Spidel was surprised at that change of direction.
2 minutes.
2 for head contact. Zink.
And it's, Captain Levi Zink into the sin bin with 4:57 to go in the second period.
Sharks have yet to hold the lead in this game. Maybe they can get a power play goal here.
Spin, miss, fired down the ice. I thought for sure that it was going to be yet. Is Galloway going to go for it? Playing it back in. Sharks have it. McAlpine loses an edge, gets up the side to Dayon. Olivier Dayon fighting through the puck. Good work on the boards there by Ewan Galloway. Sharks get it back in, but D'Entremont doesn't quite get in back on that line in time. Had to be the speed skater. Push that skate out.
Boy, that was close. You see these guys stretch even when it's ridiculous to even attempt to get to there, but he was pretty close.
1:33 to go in the power play. Griffins win that and fire it into their own bench.
That hit the bench? Okay.
Yeah, that had the coaches all ducking. Oof. They're looking behind them. Where's the puck mark? That nice beige wall. Those puck marks can really show up nice on there.
Where's the face-off? It was
the face-off should be from where they fired the puck, which is I thought was inside their blue line.
I thought it was too.
They're having a discussion.
It wasn't deflected, right? It was just shot cleanly in.
Yeah, they're going to say it was outside the blue line. They talked about it. It's all you can ask.
Sure.
Face off, one back by the Sharks. De Valère, normally forward, playing defense on the power play. Back into his own end. He'll chip it back behind the net to Cameron. Christensen makes a nice move, gets around 2, carries the blue line. Quick shot off of a leg behind the net on the other side. Getting there first is Colby Dayon. Back to Christensen. Cameron at the point. They're going to chip it down low to LeBlanc. LeBlanc kicks it to his stick, passes in front off of his stick. LeBlanc chases it down. Still looking. Cross ice pass over to Christensen. That shot goes off of a stick and easily, slowly, tantalizingly slow, makes it where to Spidel, but nobody from the Sharks could get there.
You can't justify that as a scoring chance in the least.
.44 seconds to go in the power play. Face off on the right side of the goaltender. Ripped around the boards, getting there in time. No, he is not. Unable to read that play is Ellis. McAlpine will get to the puck first. He'll work it back to Ellis on the near side. He can't get that pass. Breaking back the other way, coming in, man in front all by himself. Good double team, and Ellis takes it up, but then that pass too far in front of Dayon. Up to Ellis. Up through the middle, that pass in the skates. Chip forward, and the Sharks go back into their own end. 5 seconds to go in the power play. 3 minutes to go in period number 2. That puck took a weird bounce and stayed still. McAlpine's on the chase, knocks him down, takes up the puck. Got a man through the center, doesn't see him. Behind the net, Speidel works it along the far side. Back in front. Nope. No shot. Dayon fires it towards the net. Puck goes up high. And the net is most definitely off.
And it was off from contact. So either Dayon pushed Speidel into the net or Dayon was pushed into Speidel into the net. Someone's got to go.
I just saw the interference penalty.
Someone has to.
I'm just not sure who's getting it yet.
Someone has to. And who's complaining?
Yeah.
Griffins?
Who's doing the shrug?
Okay.
And it is going to be a penalty on the Griffins.
Yeah, whoever says it's not me, it's them. And the face-off's inside.
Yes, if you check somebody from behind into, so that player then falls into your goaltender.
That's what happened.
You are going to get the interference penalty, not the player. So somebody does have to go on the bench, though, in the box. I'm almost positive, just as a point of order.
Well, you know, we believe a penalty was called, but we don't. Oh, the door's open. Are they deciding who it was?
I do not believe the coach is a fan of the call.
No. But again, the net didn't come off by itself. So either you're saying Dayon voluntarily drove into the goalie or he was pushed. And I think he was pushed.
And the person going in is number 21, Lucas Schofield. Two minutes, 36 seconds to go, and we've got a Horton's Griffin bench that is not a fan of that call.
No.
The assistant captain was just talking to the referee to once again voice his displeasure as to the call. That one goes off of a body, right back to the point. Cameron gets it into De Valera. That shot goes off some legs. Back in front. Donchemont right in front, tries to redirect it.
Big Ben in front, getting his
getting that stick down.
Getting that stick down.
Down low, De Valera. Pass in front off of a stick. There's a shot. Rebound on the far side. PEB back to the point. One-timer. That's a lot to ask for on that pass.
Yeah.
Back to the point again. In front, shot, save, rebound. And it's come right back to the point, and that's Christensen again. Christensen gets it down low to Cameron. Cameron back to Christensen at the point. Goes cross ice to Dayon. That's Colby Dayon. Pass in front off of a skate. Good defense in there by the Griffins. Back to Christensen, and that's going to get by him. Christensen has good wheels, protects the puck from the forecheck of Levy.
Great pressure from the Sharks.
LeBlanc with it. LeBlanc caught from behind. Dumping it forward is Colby Dayon. That's going to get ripped around the point. Christensen keeps it up. Coming for the stretch pass on the penalty kill. Christensen still has it. Gets it towards the far corner. Ellis comes in from his point. Gets the return pass. Looks, tries to go short side. Hugging that post is Jake Speidel. 31 seconds to go in the power play, and that allows both sides to make changes.
You have to watch an awful lot of hockey to see the team that's down a man have a man clearly behind both D, other side of the red line in the neutral zone.
Willing to say, yes, I'm going to give up 5-on-3 for the potential opportunity of that hopping over a stick and for me to get a breakaway on the PK.
You know, at the Timber Cup, when there's weird rules and we got to get a goal this period, and there's no if, it doesn't matter. We're gonna think outside the box. Yeah. This is a box game. Think within the box. It's 4-4.
Face off. Won by PEB. Back to Ellis. Ellis has room. There's a shot. And it just sails over the crossbar. McAlpine on the far side gets it down low. Gets the return pass. Takes it nicely off the skates. That shot all the way through to Speidel. Looking around the corner. Catches the puck.
Sharks much more forcing the play at the goalie this period than they were. They're not so much perimeter now. Almost every save Speidel makes, there's a guy right there in his face.
Good power play too. Keeping it in the zone. I say that as it pops out the stick. McAlpine's going to get outskated by McLean. McLean comes in, shot, save. Great opportunity by McLean. Alistair McLean displaying some terrific wheels.
That would be so demoralizing in the final minute to give up one there.
Off the stick, Dayon cuts to the middle, has some room, settles the puck, looks in front, passes it, And that gets by. Back to Ellis at the point. Ellis, pass in front, one-timer, big pad save. Speidel gets that right foot out there.
Big time save.
Back in the corner, 14 seconds to go in the period. Most of the team there. McAlpine goes to the far side to get it and rips it back into that corner. 5 seconds to go. Holding down, trying to dig it out, and there's the horn. One last little push, nothing untoward's going to happen at the end of this. We've got ourselves a good one after 2 periods complete. The Parambah Sharks 4, the Horton Griffins 4. And what's our scoring recap for period number 2, Mark?
The Griffins popped 2 with Zink and McLean. Zink's was a power play goal. And the Sharks 3, Christensen, Olivier Dayon, and Big Ben LeBlanc.
There we go. We thought it might be a close game with that power play at the end of the period, and except for the breakaway at the end, and I say except as if it's nothing, it certainly wasn't. The shots got a lot closer, just a 1-goal shot difference right now going into the third period. The game really is as close as it seems it is on the scoreboard and in the shots.
Shots are 1 off, penalties are 1 off. Game's tied at 4.
And you've got to think, and it's in every referee's mind, that penalty, and they're still having a discussion about the penalty and why it was happening. Yeah, they're not fans of that last interference call. As it turns out, nobody scored on either side. But in your head, if you're PEB, boy, that second 50-50 call as to what I'm going to do, you've got to think, is this one going to go against us?
It's going to go against you. That's it. I mean, the next iffy at all in any way is going to do that. And then especially if it's 200 feet down the other way in front of the other goalie, especially.
All right, we'd like to thank everyone for joining Triton Media's coverage of the Valley High School Hockey League. This game being brought to you by Carl Storr, coming from the Yarmouth Mariner Center. On behalf of myself, David Doucette, and my partner, Mark O'Connell, we'd like to thank you for joining us. As the Zamboni cleans the ice, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the start of period number 3. It's been a great game. Hope you'll join us. Bye for now. Welcome back, hockey fans. The start of third period coverage of the Valley High School Hockey League. The Parham Boss Sharks 4, the Horton Griffins 4. We're going to start the period 5-on-5. Mark, it's been a close game, and we expect no less from this period.
It's completely dead even. Yeah, and there's no reason it's not going to continue. Both teams play tomorrow. I don't think they're going to hold back in any way. Nobody wants to go to overtime. You can end it in the third period.
Face off, pushed back by the Griffins on the near side. Down with his stick lifted by Kelday. Cross ice pass. McAlpine chases it down off of his skate in the side of the net. Good forechecking in there. Ellis dumps it into the corner. Coming back for it is Samuel Deon. Deon, cross ice pass off the skate. That's going to go, nope, not right on net. That should be an icing. And it is just. Late call. You got to make your choice. I was talking to a linesman when I was at a school the other day, somebody that actually was watching the game and made fun of me making fun of officials. So they said I try not to. But then I asked him to explain the hybrid icing rule so I would have a better understanding of it. And he says it is a judgment call, and usually it's a call you like to make as everyone is making the hash marks. But it's not just a race anywhere in the hash marks. Also on top of it is what side is the puck on and where are the players. So you could, if the puck from our angle is on the far side, there's a shot, save. We'll talk about next break. Pass in front. Sharks can't find it. They finally do. Get it back to the point. Levy with it. Nice move through the middle. Pass, save, rebound. And that can't get, as Kelday couldn't find the puck and settle it down in order to jam it in the short side. Levy with it again. Pass in front. And once again, Kelday just out of reach. That's going to be, well, it would have been if he had touched it, an offside. Ellis up the middle. Donchemont's going to chip that in and peel away to the bench for a change. Good forecheck in there by Deon, Colby Deon, keeping the puck active. Somebody else losing an edge. And a few people, we've seen that happen a little bit this game. And the ice fresh right now.
Beginning of the second period, the puck was sticking in some wet spots too.
There's a shot, big rebound. Second rebound. Newell makes two saves, gets spun around. He's going to get to the far side now. Galloway. That shot goes off of a stick and wide. Galloway behind the net picks it up. Has the point, goes cross ice. One-timer to the side of the net. Trying to find it. Good stick lift there on Levy. There's a shot. That one just sails wide. Great pressure by the Griffins. Back down low to Zink. Zink trying to get the pass over to Galloway. That one's broken up. Coming in from the point is Rogers keeping it in. That goes off of a body into the far corner. Laundry's going to get there. Can't bang it out. Back to the point. Held in by Cummings. That shot into the goaltender. And Newell covers it up for a team to make changes.
That looked like a 5-on-4.
It did.
Boy, Griffins all over the Sharks.
So from our angle, as we're looking at it to the right, if the puck gets fired in on the right but is going around the boards, even if you win to the hash marks on this side, if the person on that side is going to get to the puck first, it takes away the hybrid icing. It's not just a complete finish line from the hash marks from one side of the ice to the other. You factor in whether or not, what side the puck is on, who's going to get to it first. So it becomes a judgment call that they like them to make by the hash marks, right or wrong, so the defensemen and forwards know whether or not they have to keep pushing or they can peel off and not have, the big earth-shattering collision somewhere behind the net when it's not needed.
So it's not a dead straight 100-meter dash. Let's see who gets to the hash first.
Now, a lot of times it is because the puck is just on one side, but not in every case.
Just one more thing for the goalie to try to figure out in real time as the puck's coming down the ice.
And play it, and which is why goaltenders say, I'm going to just play it now.
Sure, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're
it's a safer bet.
And if you're good at it, and so many of them are, why not? I mean, if you're considered to be the third defenseman back there, by all means play it.
Marshall's pass makes it through. Onto the forehand. Nice save.
Brady Newell sliding across.
Newell got that pass down over to, I think it was Kelday, Arlo Kelday. Yes, it was a nice save by Newell. Just followed him along.
Griffins with 40 shots, 3 minutes into the third.
Yeah, you can tell the pressure early in. Face off, one straight back. Darber throws it towards the net. That's going to be knocked down and held again by Newell.
Newell's not messing around. Let's get another face-off going here.
Second time around, PEB jumps the line. You get that? Dayon can't get there in time. Donchemont's going to fire it in. He might chase this down. Goaltender comes out, slaps it towards the blue line.
I didn't know what Speidel was doing.
Held in nicely by Dayon. Dayon works it down, fights through the check, shoots into a crowd. Speidel finds it, saves it. Pack in front. Going to get back to Ellis. Ellis' shot, looking for the redirect on the far side. Samuel Dayon gets it in front of the net, and that one's picked off. And the Griffins have had enough of that. They're going to fire it down the ice for an icing with 16-11. Good pushback shift.
Yeah, and that one was pretty easily not going to be the kind of icing we've been discussing here. Yeah, you can see, look at the bodies around Speidel. Lots of pressure there.
And they needed that pushback shift because they were pinched into their own end for the first couple of minutes of the period. And it seems like, well, that happened in period number 1, and they were down 2-0 quickly.
Yeah, they weathered the storm here. Let's see if that's the end of it. They can continue the transition back and forth for the rest of the period.
Yeah, you expect some ups and downs. It certainly happened through this game. Generally, I would say that Horton's been the better team, but it's flowed back and forth.
At one point, the shots were dead even. So, yeah, I would say it has too.
Back corner, that's Christensen with it. Christensen works along the boards. He's double teamed, and the Griffins work the puck down the ice. Doesn't have enough to make it. Dayon does his best impression of somebody going hard for the puck.
Got it. By far the biggest change over the years for the icing is eliminating the change because of it.
Yes.
Because then that changes the, oh, I'm tired, let's just get out of here, I'll fire it down.
And it's a change in favor of the offense, and it was at a time when you wanted that change. You wanted more offense. You wanted to be rewarded for doing something good in the offensive zone and not penalized, for it.
Only a goalie would say, I want more shutouts.
Christensen with a shot. That goes off a stick and wide. Chasing that down's Nate Dontremont. Gets it to the point, held in. Bouncing puck to the far side. Horton comes away with it. Picking that up. Up through the middle, looking for the stretch pass. That one's knocked down nicely by Landry. Coming back in. That's taken away. Dayon, Caden Dayon, behind his own net, resets for Paramba. That's going to get fired right back in, off of a leg. Not sure what Landry was doing with that one.
No, I mean, that wasn't going to count anyway. There was guy was at least 10 feet offside.
Got some move now. Not seeing the cross-ice pass coming in. There's a shot. That goes off the side of the post and behind the net. Back in front. Big slap shot off of a stick as Cameron really let loose.
What a wind-up.
Mathieu Devalère with the puck. Flips one into the body of Tomic. Tomic chases down. Pass in front. One-timer scores! Tomic out front to Rogers. Rogers, bang, bang, into the far side. And that giveaway or that clearing attempt that went right into a body by Devalère came back to haunt the Sharks.
Yep. Tomic out front to Luke Rogers.
And nothing at all that Newell could do about that one.
Nope.
14-19 to go. Well, they've been down numerous times in this game, and they're down again.
Yeah, they've yet to have the lead, but it's been tied 3 different times.
Dayon's pass picked off. Griffins come back the other way. 2-on-1 opportunity. Zink with it. Zink pushed to the outside by Ellis. Passes it in front. Off of the stick. Sharks get it to the point, but not out. That shot through a crowd. Wide. Comes back on the far side. Ellis back to the point. This time, Dayon's going to pick it up. Olivier Dayon feathers it into a corner and tries to chase it down. Oh, almost picked that off. Good effort by Dayon. Just a little, just missed the stick lift.
That was careless.
Coming back in off of a stick. That will be offside if they touch it. Dayon coming out again. Dayon Had to run into the player coming off of the bench as an additional player to get around.
1-on-4.
Caden Dayon breaks that play up. And Samuel Dayon gets it up to Olivier Dayon. Dayon all by himself, trying to fire it into a far corner. It's the little things that come back to haunt you. Instead of it going deep, it stopped at the blue line and is right back in your zone.
Just another turnover.
Christensen up the far side, looking for the return pass. That goes off of a stick. Christensen's going to track it down on the near side. Taking a look in front, behind the net, pass up front. That shot sails wide. A great setup for Colby Dayon, and he misses the far side of the net.
Very close to getting the second one.
Chip forward. Griffins come away with it, knocked down again. Can't find it though. Oh, nice push over to Laundry. Laundry's pass off of a stick. He'll pinch in. Makes a move to get around the forechecker. Comes to the middle. That one's gonna, nope, spinning around. I thought for sure it was going back to Christensen. Christensen's gonna need to back up now. That one just underneath the ceiling. Bounces, finds its way back onto a Griffin stick. D'Entremont, back pass to Christensen. Pushes it up to himself. He loses along the boards to Ewan Galloway. Spinning around with it is Kelday. Kelday goes cross ice, off of the stick of McDonald. Sharks looking to gain control. It's underneath the stick, and that's going to come the other way to Levy. Levy in all by himself, loses control and just slides wide. And that could have been the goal that, that could have been a heartbreak.
I feel so bad for Brady Goodwin. He turned twice looking for it, and then took one more step on the puck and completely wiped out. And here's the chance here.
He just lost control.
He just lost control of it. Brady slid across and knocked the net off the mooring.
Off the boards. Picked up. There's a shot. Oh, Newell just getting down in time for that. I think that shot surprised him.
It had to have.
Back in front. It's going to get to the point and out. Good forecheck at the line by De Valère. Push forward. De Valère pushes it up into the corner. Picking that up is going to be Cumming. Cumming behind his own net, being chased down. Cameron pinches in, can't get that puck down to LeBlanc. Knocked down at the point nicely by D'Entremont. D'Entremont has a room, has LeBlanc in front. There's a shot, scored! No, off the post. Rebound, not in. Second shot, Spidel gets it. I thought for sure it went in. Well, this is where replays come in.
Not only did I think it went in, I thought the rebound after that did too.
Well, we can't wait for this Carl Storer replay.
Oh. Nope. And no!
The whole puck has to be over the whole line, and from our viewpoint, it was not.
All credit to Lucas Schofield. Pulled that puck on the line back.
And a great real-time call by the official.
Yep, they were absolutely right, and within seconds, the whole rink's looking at the replay.
All right. Sharks figure out who's going to take the face-off. And they win it straight back. McAlpine with a shot off of a stick into the mesh. Time for another shutout. And this shutout to Aunt Erin and Uncle Tino Catania, who are always watching from down in the United States. And they're watching McAlpine, which is why I brought it up then.
Yeah, it's had a good game.
Back to McAlpine. There's a shot. Nice save by Spidel. Able to find that one through the legs and hang on to it.
3 Sharks in front of the net. They're pushing for it. They need this tie. They got to get one here.
Push towards Spidel. We'll do it all again.
Interesting face-off win there.
That's like one of those face-off wins that you do right at the end of the game
when
when
you're
just trying to.
You have no choice.
There's seconds left, and all you can do is push it towards the goaltender and hope you get a rebound. Face off in the corner, pass in front, and it looked like Dayon didn't even know it was coming. He was kind of all tied up in front. To the goaltender, save behind the net. Good work to duck under the check, pass in front, right through the crease. Back to the point. That shot goes off of a stick. Big check. That's Kelday with it. Kelday gains some room, takes a shot. That one sails off of the glove, but it was over the net. Off the boards. Good pinch in there at the line by Derber. Derber gets it into McLean. McLean gives it up. Kelday with the shot. That one goes wide. Off the boards to center. Skips over the ice. Dayon's going to take this away anyway, even if it was going to be icing. Good work in there by Olivier Dayon. 1-on-3 though, waiting for help. And the Griffins are able to get the puck to the point, held in, stick lift. Now we've got a one-on-one opportunity down the far side. Ellis trying to keep him wide, gets enough lumber on him, pass in front, goal! Off of a stick to the far side of the net, and the Griffins pump it in for a 6-4 lead.
Ellis pushed him wide. It was the right move. He had to go back in behind the net. Well, then he passed it out in front. You can see here, Newell's on the short side, but looked like it was off Landry's stick and over to the Griffins standing at the doorstep.
And it is number 16, Arlo Kelday with the goal. Just a bad puck bounce there. And good hustle to keep the puck alive first. But after that, the pass in front just goes off of a stick, and it ends up sometimes the puck bounces your way, sometimes it doesn't. In that case, right off of a stick to the far side. Goaltender nowhere near.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
And the Sharks, with 9.5 minutes left in the game, have themselves a little hole they have to dig themselves back out of yet again.
Yep.
Cameron in front, nobody there. Griffins break out, good forecheck there. Cameron has it, can't get the stick across. I think we're going to get a hooking penalty. Great effort by Cameron, great forechecking, or back checking, I guess, by Cameron, and he's going to draw the penalty.
That wasn't a 6-4 call, was it?
I'd never say that, because that would just be wrong.
Yeah.
Holden Cummings in the box, 2 minutes for, I assume, hooking. I didn't see the call, but
yeah, it was
that's
hooking.
pretty much all that could be.
Yep.
Face off, one back to McAlpine. McAlpine throws it deep to Ellis. Ellis behind the net, gets his pocket picked by McDonald. McDonald can't get it out. Held in, back down the corner to Dayon. Dayon back to McAlpine, he's got room, shot through a crowd, redirected just high. Good play to get it back to the point to Dayon, Samuel Dayon. Throws it towards the net, that bounces off the backboards, and Jake Speidel says, enough of that. Let's get a change if we need it. Start all over again.
Sharks are playing much more up the middle on the power play. Not that they're a little team, not that they're a perimeter team most of the time, but they're playing every shift like when LeBlanc's out there in front of the net.
Face off, one back to McAlpine. He gets it down deep. Pass in front, trying to get the one-timer away. Donchabon can't get that one away. Dayon makes a nice move. That's Olivier. Olivier looking in front. One-timer shot, save, rebound, another save. The Sharks bang away at it, but it goes behind the net. Dayon with it. Dayon back to the point to McAlpine. McAlpine almost misses it. Gets it back to Dayon. There's a shot into the belly. Speidel can't cover it up. Ripped around the boards, and nobody home for the Sharks.
Miles Ellis all over Speidel.
Sharks back behind their own net. 47 seconds to go in the power play. Spinning away from the forecheck is Colby Dayon. Cross ice to LeBlanc. LeBlanc can't handle that pass. Trying to dig it out. Fighting through that check. Get some assistance. 5 players in there now. Comes out. LeBlanc has it. Spins it down low, looking for De Valère. De Valère behind the net. LeBlanc right back to the front of the net. De Valère back to the point. Cameron's pass off of a step. Christensen goes cross ice. Bouncing puck. Dayon can't control it. One more time. LeBlanc's bouncing puck. Sometimes it bounces in your way. Sometimes it bounces over your step.
The puck is not playing along.
LeBlanc spins, being chased from behind. Good stick lift. Great back check there by Levy. Pass in front, Spidle's gonna get down on that for another face-off with 7:04 to go.
Here's the replay in front of Spidle. Ellis all over him. 3 shots, I think he got there.
Face off to the left of Spidle. Shots on net 47-41. Face off. In front. PEB with it. Backhander. Can't get it through. Trying to take a sweeping shot. Trying to slide it out front is Olivier Dayon. Couldn't do it. Ellis is going to have to retreat. Griffins chip it forward. Great pass. Coming in. Backhand shot. Saved. And the rebound sitting there and taken away by McAlpine.
I don't think Newell knew where it was.
He knew he got it, but didn't know where it went after. Pass in front, couldn't slide that one over. Cole D'Entremont. Once again, floating pass right on the stick of Gelde. Gelde shoots, blocker save.
Short-handed pressure from the Griffins. Oh, we're back to 5-on-5, sorry.
Back in the Griffin zone. They rip it around, and that gets up into the mesh for a whistle with 6:11 to go.
Here's your Carl Store replay. Newell moves to his left. Oh, it was just sitting out there.
And it was McAlpine that was able to sweep that away.
Yep.
Sometimes you need the help of your defense when you're goaltender.
Yeah, he made the initial save, and he was on the ground, covered as much net as he could.
He was prone. He was down, right?
Yeah.
Face off, kick back to the point. Caden Dayon shot off of a leg, fired down the ice. And that's going to be an icing. And Cameron's going, why is that not an icing?
Boy, I thought that met the criteria for icing.
Breaking out of his own end. Caden Dayon chips it towards Spidle. Spidle going to play it. Rips it around the boards. Christensen pinches in. Circles. That pass off of a leg. And the Griffins come away with it again momentarily. Nate D'Entremont gains the blue line, cuts to the middle. Back pass, Cameron. Shot, save, Spidle.
I think that shot went through Tomic's legs, but Spidle saw enough of it to get in front of it.
Looked like a bit of stick got in there too. I don't think he got as much on that as he was hoping to. 5:28 to go in the third period. 6-4 in favor of the Horton Griffins. Ellis fighting for the puck, but the Griffins looking to get it up. They reverse it instead. Peter Derber in the corner. On the near side to Marshall. Horton doing some good board work. They win that board battle and get it out. McLean chips it forward, skates it down on the backhand. There's a shot, scored! Alistair McLean somehow got that puck. I'm going to say it went underneath the pad. I don't think it was high anywhere.
No, it was 5-hole. It was right along the ice. Here's your replay. McLean comes up in the backhand and I think right through the wickets.
And I believe goaltender Brady Newell was as surprised as anybody about that one.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he was expecting that at all.
Face off, pushed on the near side. That's going to get fired in. That goes off of a leg. Chance for Dayon to go after the puck. Olivier, far side, looking for Samuel. But the Griffins come away with it. They're going to chip that in. Oh, and the net well off.
Oh!
You know, I was looking down there.
I was too. Now
Levy down.
Samuel Dayon did something to Levy.
Normally that wouldn't just be because of nothing. And
no, I'm guessing it was some sort of retaliatory.
I'm guessing it was some sort of stick based on where he's grabbing.
Yes.
So let's see. The puck goes the other way.
Slash.
And So I'm waiting to see why he did it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not getting. They're going to look at that. He could get a match penalty for what we saw.
Absolutely.
And the coach has some words and some pointy fingers as he goes back to the ice. Goes back to his bench, excuse me. I mean, from what we saw, that looked like a spear, didn't it?
It did. Yep. That's not good.
Now, like everyone else, I wasn't expecting it. I don't know what happened. I'm going to assume something happened. Had it been, not that it was worth a spear to the lower abdominal region, as we like to say.
Now, was that Olivier or Samuel? Was it 18 or 19?
Yeah, I can't catch it. And there we go. I am not surprised.
And he's gone.
Based on what we saw.
You think that's a match?
Yeah, it's a major penalty at the very least. And going into the box, into the dressing room, is I believe it's 19. I think it's Samuel. Yeah, it is. 6-minute penalty. So, I'm not sure. A triple minor? I don't like. What did they call? 6 minutes is a weird number in non-run time.
Yeah,
to figure out. You're going to have to kind of wait for the official.
It's not a double minor, and it's not a 5-minute match either.
Doing some ice repair over on this side.
That actually stopped.
Shout out to Rick Clayton for coming to fix the net.
That actually stopped the play. The net peeing off.
Yes. So how many people are going to have to go in the box?
So Dayon got 10 for spearing and 2 for cross-checking and a 10 misconduct.
Okay.
Spearing is 10?
I don't know.
Still, that doesn't get us to 6.
Yeah, I'm still don't know how 6 is on the board. 4 minutes for spearing. So a double minor for spearing.
And a cross-check.
A cross-check at the end when he was down. He got cross-checked at the end, so they gave him 6 and a 10-minute misconduct.
10.
He is very lucky it's not a match penalty. It could very easily, he's literally just back the next game. A triple minor and a 10.
With 4 minutes left and yeah.
Paramba going to be on the PK for likely the rest of the game. And there's a bit of a let's have some 4-on-4 hockey call. Alistair McLean in the box, 2 minutes for hooking. The slow roll over a stick by number 20, Sawyer Christensen, draws the penalty.
Griffins
and yet another conversation here between the coaching staff of the Horton Griffins and the referee, who have been displeased on a number of occasions in this game.
Bending the officials' ears all night long here.
They're probably still wondering how you can get a spearing penalty that's just a double minor.
Yeah. And now we've got Alistair McLean getting 2.
Yep, 2 for hooking. So 4-on-4 hockey with 4 minutes to go. Devalier and Calday. Devalier wins it back. D'Entremont with a shot. That goes off of a leg. Back to center ice. Lex D'Entremont fires it into the zone. Right back out to center and right back in. Nope, right back in by McAlpine. No, he's going to get it back to D'Entremont. Ellis backing him up on the near side. Devalier can't pick up that pass. Campbell with it. Cross ice. On the near side, right on the stick of Calday. Calday's going to chase it down. And we've got another penalty. Cross-checking penalty against Paramba. And it looks like I'm not sure who's going in.
Lex? Nope.
It's not De Valère. Somebody needs to go there. Well, they know that they need 3 players on the ice. They got that part right.
Yeah.
They just haven't got the part about putting somebody in the penalty box.
Did somebody sneak off and go to the player bench?
I mean, there was a penalty.
I think that's what happened. They're pulling McAlpine off the player bench?
There we go. McAlpine. I'm not sure what he's doing there, but I think it's. I think he might be lucky he's not getting an unsportsmanlike penalty on top of it.
He might be
based on whatever that little thing was.
Yeah, he might be explaining that the guy he was facing was a little shorter than him in stature. But that's not how you do it.
And that's certainly not how you explain a cross check.
No.
So with 3.5 minutes to go in the game, Parma losing their cool, something we have not seen too often this season. 4-on-3 hockey. Back to the point, coming with it. Coming to Levy. Levy's got some room, carries it in. There's a shot, goal! Levy picks the far corner, celebrates in front of the Paramba fans. Power play goal with 3:12 to go. And the Horton Griffins continue to pile it on in the third period.
We're pushing 95 shots on goal here.
Total.
Yeah, total. Here's the replay. Great shot by Levy.
We've got a bit of a discussion with the timekeepers, and it probably is who comes out. Which penalty is killed off in that case?
Right, and the
Is
sixth, and the sixth they had up, is it 3-2s?
Yes, it is.
So
It was a double minor for the spear and 2 for cross-checking, so it was a triple minor.
So at 4:33, does this drop to just 2?
Yeah,
Or
that's
is it-
what I think. But I'm not positive. But
Yeah.
if we see that 4:33 drop to 4, then that's exactly what's going to happen.
It cancels the second of his 3 minors. They killed off the first one.
Correct. But that's not the way it goes because we're back to 4-on-4 hockey.
And
What do we know?
all the penalties are ticking down.
And that's probably just because one needs to come off, but
oh, yes, the 2
there
did.
we go. There's the long shot. That one sails wide. Speidel leaves it there for Schofield. Schofield around 1-4 check. To the point. Chip forward. Dayon. Dayon goes cross-ice to Christensen. Christensen flips a pass to Ellis. Ellis back to Christensen. Christensen likes to wheel when he's got room, and he certainly has it now. Comes to the near side, slides a pass over. I think was hoping that D'Entremont was going to peel to the net on that.
Came close. Boy, Christensen can really wheel. He's a big freewheeler.
Cole D'Entremont chasing down 2. At this point in the game, I think the Griffins happy with the 4-goal lead. Time is certainly on their side. Big check along the boards against Derber by D'Entremont. Push back in. On the backhand, there's a shot. Save, rebound. Steered aside by PEB. Back to the point. Fake of a slap shot. Over on the other side to Levy. Levy shot. And that's going to sail around. Chasing it back into his own end is Peter Derber. Minute and a half to go in the game. Cycling back into his own end is Paxton Levy. Slides it over to Cumming. Cumming might just stay behind his net till somebody does something. Back pass. Gets the return pass. No urgency and no need to be urgent. Jackson Campbell with it. Weak angle shot. Slides a pass across instead. From the point, that's Cumming holding it in. Cumming and Ellis tangle up, and the Sharks come away with it with under a minute to go. Olivier Dayon goes back for it. Not that the Sharks want it this way, but honestly, from the broadcaster standpoint, it's one less day on the call.
True.
Down to 5-on-4 hockey for the Griffins in the final 37 seconds. Spinning back into his own end is Arlo Kelday. Kelday to Cumming. Cumming backhands it back to Kelday, who backs off of that check, and they just get it into the center right zone for De Valère. Cross ice to Ellis. 19 seconds to go. Ellis chips it to a far near side. D'Entremont chips it in. Speidel slaps it down. 7 seconds to go. They're going to chip that down the ice, and if the referees are smart, regardless of whether or not that should be an icing, they won't blow that whistle, and they don't.
That clock is going to keep running.
Make the final, the Horton Griffins 8, the Paramba Sharks 4. 4 goals in the third period by the Griffins. Nailed this one down, and the goal scorers were
Rogers, Kelday, McLean, and Levy.
Sharks certainly lost their footing in period number 3, and that was there for a while, but a couple goals went in, and the period and therefore game just slipped away from them.
Did all the damage in the last half of the third period. I've got notes here. After 46 minutes of play, it was 4-4. Griffins get one, and then another one a couple of minutes later, and then look, 10-minute penalty, spear, 10-minute misconduct, cross-check. At that point, Sharks just fell apart, and now it's 8-4. It was not an 8-4 game, but it ends 8-4.
52-44 shots on net. I mean, I'll give full credit to the Griffins. They, I think, overall, even in the first half of the third period, played better than the Sharks did, and that just came to fruition for them in the terms of goals in the second half of the period.
They took the play to the Sharks more often. They didn't dominate the whole game in any way. In fact, you mentioned a couple of times the Sharks' transition game. They would give up one, get close. I mean, it was tied 4 different times, and the Sharks never held the lead. So they came back, and they answered every Griffin attack, but then fell apart around the 12-minute mark of the third period.
All right, we'd like to thank everyone for joining Trident Media's coverage of the Valley High School Hockey League. Make the final yet again, the Horton Griffins 8, the Paramba Sharks 4. On behalf of myself, David Doucette, my partner today, Mark O'Connell, all of the volunteers behind the cameras and behind the scenes, we'd like to thank you for joining our streaming coverage of the Valley High School Hockey League. We're going to be right back here tomorrow night for the Paramba Sharks versus the Northeast Kings Titans. We hope you'll join us. Bye for now.